Hello and welcome to That Sports Gamer Show, episode number 75. As always, I'm your host, TJ Lowerman, and alongside me is my co-host, If You Smell What the Scott is Cooking, Scott Binns.
That was really good.
Wow, I clipped a lot, so that probably is going to come out terrible, but it's going to be amazing anyway. Scott, speaking of wrestling, as we're doing this, we're also streaming live on twitch.tv/thatsportsgamer, and I figured just to have some fun, there's a triple threat ladder match between King Kong Bundy, Yokozuna, and Andre the Giant going on right now.
Are we pretty much jumping right into what we've been playing?
Sure, if you want to do that, Scott.
Because that's literally all I've been playing since I got it, is WWE 2K14.
I'm liking it. Maybe more than 12 and 13, which I also thought were extremely good.
The thing is that, this game's been getting really good. The gameplay, in my opinion, has been getting really good for a number of years. So it's just getting better. Just little tweaks here and there. Little things like, have you played online at all yet?
I have not attempted to play online. I've only played 30 years of WrestleMania.
Okay. Yeah, I was the same way. I just gauntleted my way through that. But I did it where I made sure to unlock everything as I did it.
Yeah, that's what I've been working on. I've been just making sure I do all those hidden things, which I wish they would tell you what the hidden things are.
What do you mean?
Like
Hidden objective that's only available once you meet certain requirements.
Yeah, and they never tell you what those requirements are. And it always seems like so
sometimes
random.
It's like the goal before it, but...
Yeah, like I was in WrestleMania X8 with the Triple H versus Jericho match, and one was do something, and then Jericho gives you a backflip onto the table.
Yeah.
And then it's like, next one is hidden objective. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's one of those that didn't become apparent until like something randomly happened in the match.
And because of that, I punched Stephanie McMahon twice in 2 separate matches, so I got disqualified for that. And it ended up being like, I think it was Jericho had to try to put you in the Lion Tamer, which I don't know if he called the Walls of Jericho. Sorry, huge WCW fan.
It's funny because later on when you get to WrestleMania 10, they actually do call it the Lion Tamer as a
See, that's awesome. I love when they do things like that.
Yep.
So it was like he had to put you in the Lion Tamer, and then you had to pedigree him at some point after that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense.
See, I was worried about that the first time I ran across that, which I think was in the Savage Flair match at WrestleMania 8. But it's after you try and pin him, after you try and pin Flair after you hit the flying elbow, then they do the little cut scene with Mr. Perfect and the brass knuckles, and Elizabeth comes down.
Right.
The next objective is escape the figure 4, but they give Flair a finisher to use right away.
Yeah.
He goes for it right away, so it's not like you have to try and let yourself get beat up. Which, I found that the objectives they weren't too hard.
Yeah.
And actually, I did bump the game rep to legendary difficulty right away.
Whoa, I'm still playing like normal. But it's weird because I think in some of them it's like. There was one Undertaker one where it was like, hit 3 tombstones and a choke slam.
Oh, that was the most annoying one.
But it kept giving my opponent signatures and finishers. I guess because it was expecting me to try to steal them. Mm-hmm. I assume that's the only way because I was whooping him and he was getting signatures and stuff. And
yeah, I think that just to make that harder because I think more to simulate the match better, I think is the idea.
Mm-hmm. But, that was my last match I played was the... Jericho and Triple H at 18. So I guess I'm halfway done, pretty much.
Yeah, more or less.
Because I think they had more multiple pay-per-view matches towards the end, right?
Yeah, because they've got more of that roster available to use because it's a lot of current guys still.
Yeah. But yeah, so far, if you have a current gen system, definitely, if you like wrestling, get wrestling. What is this thing even called? WWE 2K14. Ugh. Good. It's funny, there was I forget which match it's at, but they call it, like, the Attitude Era, because they only do, like, 4 matches in it. Mm-hmm. I was like, I kind of wish I didn't play WWE 13. I would get there, hit pause, go play WWE 13's whole single-player mode,
Oh yeah.
and then come back. That would be pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that as I was going through the list of matches, I realized, probably the biggest omission from the list is Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin at WrestleMania 14.
Yeah.
And I saw no reason why they're both in the game. As Carl Ward on Twitter pointed out, it likely has something to do with Mike Tyson and not wanting or being able to license him again.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, because that match was in Attitude Era mode last year.
Yes, maybe they just didn't want to redo it again.
Well, but they redid, Rock and Austin, and I think the Rock and Austin WrestleMania 15 match is the same match. I'm pretty sure they just ripped that out of last year and put it back in. Same with Undertaker Kane.
Scott, I must tell you that remember how before we started recording we discussed the physics, how they were going to work in this King Kong Bundy Andre the Giant Yokozuna match?
Yeah.
I don't know if you just noticed, but King Kong Bundy was holding onto the belt after he got to the top of the ladder. They knocked the ladder out from under him, and he was still holding onto the belt. So, or no, the Money in the Bank. I guess it's a briefcase. So either strongest briefcase / wire combo ever made, or problems with the physics. Oh, and there goes King Kong Bundy off the top of the ladder.
the weight detection in the game is there's weight detection, but that just basically determines that if.
But it's only for the power slam, right? Because I was
category of moves. I think it only really affects Rey Mysterio.
No, because there was some stuff I couldn't do the power slam to Yokozuna, in the Bret Hart match, but then
It's totally different there, I think.
How? Yokozuna, you shouldn't be able to pick him up.
No, you shouldn't, unless you're Andre the Giant.
But the thing was, I did a move with Bret Hart, which was just random flippy throwy move. I think I did the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Is that a thing?
Oh yeah.
I think I did that.
I remember seeing that.
I think I did that with Bret Hart, yet I could not lift him up for a power slam. And Yokozuna just did the bonsai drop on Andre the Giant.
But yeah, the roster's really good. I don't see any glaring omissions from the WrestleMania roster.
Yeah. Did we talk about the DLC? Are you going to be purchasing the season pass?
I will. I'm waiting for the $10 that I'm supposed to get from Sony for spending money.
Oh, check your PSN inbox, because sometimes it goes straight there.
I have been, but I haven't seen it yet. But I'm going to.
Jesus. And King Kong Bundy just powerbombed Andre the Giant like it was no big deal. I think King Kong Bundy has the upper hand in this match, representing New Jersey.
Yeah, they try and do weight detection, but it's just not there. You just live with it.
Yeah.
So there's not much to say about WrestleMania mode. You can comment on what's included and what's not included, and the accuracies or inaccuracies at times. I get a kick that they include every single different set of Bret Hart trunks that he wore throughout those years.
Yeah, when I was just trying to set up this match, and there was at least 6 different outfits for vintage Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, with Hulk Hogan, it's the differences are only what Shorty wears to the ring.
Right. And just an update: King Kong Bundy did win.
I see.
He's super excited. I love it.
As far as other little changes to the game that actually I think were really needed, you may not have noticed yet. Your teams list is now separate outside of Universe mode.
Oh no, I have not. I have literally not clicked into anything other than Road to WrestleMania. Or 30. What is this? 30 years of WrestleMania?
Yeah, 30 years of WrestleMania.
But I know you will come back to us with a full report on Universe mode.
Yeah, I just started it, and I'm actually liking a lot of the changes, but let's give that another week or so.
Did you bring any of the historic guys in, or?
Oh yeah.
How are you doing with that?
I wasn't even touching Universe mode until I had everyone unlocked. So that's the one thing I've done is I sort of flipped coins and assigned everyone to a roster and went. A few things I'll say is they let you have more matches per show now. So when you beef up the rosters, that's nice, and they actually keep track of rivalries.
Okay, how's that going? Oh, I need to create my guy so I can get into your universe, don't I?
Yes, I gotta create my guy so I can get into my universe.
We should make a tag team. We should figure out a tag team name, Scott.
That's the idea. Especially since there's no tag teams in this game.
What should we call ourselves?
I don't know.
All right, Scott. Thanks for the creative influence on that one.
We'll think about it. We'll get back to it.
All right. Maybe we'll put that out to it.
Because when you've got a roster that's full of like main event level guys, and there aren't any tag team matches in the WrestleMania mode.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that there's like no tag teams in this game because there's no tag teams in the WWE today, and they didn't really include any legendary ones.
Yeah, you get Hall and Nash, but you don't even get them yet, right? So.
Yeah, they put Shawn Michaels and Diesel are a set up team in the game.
Mm. Yeah.
But still, there's only like 6 tag teams.
You could do Hulk Hogan. You could do Hulk Hogan and Macho Man.
Yeah, no, and I've put together a bunch more that are there that they just didn't put together. The good news, if you put together Hogan and Macho Man, they will get announced as the Mega Powers.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
So it's like they know they exist. That's why did they just put them together? Why are you making me do that work?
Huh. It's funny. I just started a WrestleMania for the stream.
Yeah.
And just looking at this is going to be a professional level segue. Just by like looking into the stands during the entrance, I literally saw one dude in a yellow shirt about 17 times.
Oh yeah, they're in rows. It's really weird.
Yeah, like sometimes there's literally I just saw 3 of them standing by each other.
Other little tweaks that I've noticed. Like all the old leftover stuff for Creator Wrestler mode, like guys that aren't in the game anymore, but they leave all their movesets in. They're now actually cleverly named so you can figure out who they are.
Ugh, why can't they just use the close to real name of it? That's why I don't like when they have stupid.
Well, that's what they do. Like Rob Van Dam's like moveset and stuff and entrance are in the game, and it's called the whole show.
I mean, sure.
And I think like Goldust is there, and all his stuff is called the Bizarre One.
Sure. I mean, I don't know how the trademarks on the moves work. I mean,
I'm not sure on that one either. But
that's all these stuff that was stupid.
oh, the fact that you can like play every song in the game on the menus now is nice instead of just whatever ones they picked out.
Ooh, can I put custom soundtracks in this thing?
Yeah.
All right, we have to do that. You have to show me how to do that. I'm gonna have to make a video on that. But Scott, do you know why I pointed out the crowds?
No.
Because Scott, we got our first taste of MLB 14 The Show this week.
Oh, that's right.
One of the things was, I believe in the video, I think they said they're going to be, sometimes I forget what the word I'm looking for is. Rendering. They're going to be rendering like 1,000 different crowd fans.
Nice.
Which is pretty good because in MLB 13 The Show, I'm pretty sure I've seen like 3 guys sitting next to each other looking exactly the same, trying to get a beer.
Guys sitting next to each other thousands of times.
Yeah.
That's like every video game sports crowd ever, though.
Mm-hmm. What else did they say, Scott? Scott, let me tell you, closetly might be my favorite thing. Did you hear about this thing, Scott?
I don't know what you're talking about yet. I probably heard about it. I just don't know what it is yet.
They're gonna have this thing called quick counts options.
Okay, I heard about this. I haven't quite grasped the concept of it yet, though.
All right, so in baseball, normally you start at 0-0, and then you pitch. But now you'll have this quick counts option, which will, when you start to get into the at bat, there will already be a count generated.
Interesting.
I think that's extremely interesting. They say, first off, I'll quote you right here. Users will now be able to play a full 9-inning game in less than 30 minutes, essentially cutting traditional game times in half.
That would be amazing.
I mean, yeah, 30 minutes. Those games are long, Scott.
They are. No doubt.
But, yeah, I'm actually really excited for that, because I was thinking even, I'm going to say this, and then when I say the next thing, you'll be like, that doesn't really matter anymore. Because I was thinking for when I do a Road to the Show as a starting pitcher, I was like, those games are long sometimes. It would be pretty cool if I could just have like a generated count like that.
I like how you're complaining about playing as a pitcher in Road to the Show. I think if you're playing Road to the Show, maybe as a batter. But even then, you're already cutting the games in half basically just by only doing those things.
Yeah, but my problem was always that you could only get so far like in a game. I think once I got like 5 or 6 seasons in.
Okay, well they took care of that too. This is the one that.
Well, yeah, that's why I wanted to say that first, because the next part is that now they're gonna have save migration for future episodes, future versions of MLB 14 the show. So if you start your Road to the Show character in MLB 14, you can bring him into MLB 15 in the same spot that he is.
I thought this started like now. Like you could take your.
No, you can't. You can't take your 13 guy into 14.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I wasn't planning on buying 14 anyway.
Scott, you should buy 14.
No, I don't think I need to.
Oh, I think you're wrong, Scott. I think you're super wrong. Did you see the shadows on the wall in Fenway Park?
PS4 or PS3 version?
I mean, the PS4 version, Scott. The only reason to buy a next-gen console is to buy a PS4 to play MLB 14 the show. Let's get serious. But, I mean, the shadows look really good. They're going to render facial hair.
I did see that picture. That was amazing looking.
Now, my question is, because this is, I mean, you know, I want super most in-depth video game ever made. I want your Road to the Show guy's beard to grow over the season. and then I want, if you're like on the Red Sox, they can be like, yo, we ain't shaving beards. And you can be like, all right, I'm down. I'm not shaving my beard. Like, how sick would that be? Right? You know you want it, Scott. Don't.
Crazy in depth. I'll give you that. There are a million other things I wish they would do first, but okay.
No, I want that. What else?
That's the kind of thing someone could probably code in a day.
But yeah, it looks like you'll be able to do franchises and Road to the Show that way. I'm interested to see how that's going to work with some stuff, like when players retire. But
yeah, but
I wonder if there's like, I think there's probably like a default. You have to play at least one season before you go to the next season, before you go to the next game or something.
That could be.
Just in case like someone retires, and then it's like, well, you really shouldn't still be in 2014 when you're playing MLB 2015. You know?
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see how it. Like I said, we'll have to see how it works.
Yeah.
And it'll be at least another year or over a year and a half before we see how it works.
Right. And I think it's a better thing for Road to the Show than franchise, just because.
Yeah.
Because who knows what players are actually going to be in the game the next year for your franchise.
Right.
So, I don't know. I'm excited. Scott, you don't know how much I want MLB 14.
Keep playing 13 and not buy 14, and I don't have any of these products.
You should get a Vita. You can play MLB 14. Don't worry, Scott. You could literally probably play... Actually, you should probably just get MLB 14 on the PS3.
See, I don't think I'm going to be cautiously optimistic that it's really not going to be that big a difference going forward.
Look, the only things they really need to do to MLB is A, fix Diamond Dynasty, because that thing's a piece of crap, because I hate the fake players. Dude, I played a guy, all he did was he had fake players with real player names. So you notice whenever they got on base, they all had 99 speed.
Oh.
And since that part's broken, and also I think I figured out the real problem with MLB The Show is online. I think they know their netcode sucks. So to try to fix that, they crank up the power on everybody. Because during the 25 hours of Extra Life gaming awesomeness, which damn near killed me, I played my brother-in-law in 3 games of MLB. The first one we played online, he won, I think it was 8-3. I think there was only 1 home run in that one. I was pretty impressed. Second game, I want to say I scored 3 or 4 touchdowns, and he scored 2. I could actually log into PSN right now and find out what it was. I think it was something like 24-12 or 24-14. Might have been 28-14.
Yeah, that does sound like a football score.
And then I went through and counted. Combined in that game, we had 13 home runs.
That is crazy.
David Ortiz hit 2. Jared Saltalamacchia hit 3. At some point, I hit back-to-back home runs.
Wow.
And I think the next one was a double off the top of the fence. I was like, so I think that's the real problem. But then when we played in IRL, when he came over, it was 4-3, close game, down to the wire. I don't think anybody hit home run.
Nice.
But it was just like, I don't like what you're doing. You know?
I don't want to sound like I'm hating on next gen or or MLB 14 or anything like that. It's just
I think you're just so jelly that you don't want to be excited.
That's you know what? That's entirely possible.
I think that's what it is. I'm not gonna hate you for it. I'm just gonna dislike you for it.
Believe me, if it was at all possible for me to do that, I would. But
We're gonna start a Kickstarter so you can get. Maybe we can sell some T-shirts. That worked out not too bad last time. So let's start putting some ideas together, Scott. If you could figure out our wrestling tag team name, then you could. Oh, Scott. Also, you know what my favorite thing in WWE is? Back to that for 1 second.
Yeah.
When Stone Cold gives the finger and they blur it out.
Oh yeah, I love the backward censorship.
Everyone on my stream was like, "Wait, what happened?" Oh no, I won 28-13 with 29 hits.
Welcome to the ADD podcast.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Oh, I finally got logged in to say it. So yeah, MLB 14 the show. If you're gonna buy a next gen console, get a PlayStation 4. That's my plug for PlayStation 4.
If I was going to buy a next gen console, I would get a PS4.
So Scott, as I mentioned, I did Extra Life.
Yeah, how did that go?
Believe it or not, even with the 25th hour, I think I'm gonna say it was the easiest Extra Life to get through.
Well, now you're getting used to it.
Yeah.
Like what, third or fourth year now?
This was the fourth. Dude, last year was tough.
You didn't make it? I thought you didn't make it last
I
year.
may or may not have made it. I may have had to kick in a couple hours the next day. But last year was tough. This year, not so bad. I think we had I'll say we had 24 real members of That Sports Gamer Crew. And then a couple more that signed up that I don't think ever played, so it's all good. I can still love those people. I will try to not hate them on the podcast as loud as humanly possible, but hey, good news. I brought in over $1,000.
Nice.
The team, That Sports Gamer Crew, brought in over $7,500 for our hospitals across the country. Next year, we've already decided. I talked to everybody. I talked to Extreme Gamer and Greg Stewart. We're going for $10,000. I think that's going to be it's a pretty big number. That's like a 25% boost.
But it's not impossible.
I think we can do it, Scott. I think we can do it. But it's weird, Scott. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that we raised $7,500, a lot of weird stuff went into perspective. Because there's stuff that I think is really big on the internet. Then something like Extra Life happens, and it's like, you know what? Maybe they're not that big on the internet. Don't get me wrong, Giant Bomb as a team brought in $113,000. That's cool. Rooster Teeth brought in $186,000. Soup's down with that. What else we got here? PS Nation. No offense. Never really heard about them. Only knew about them because they were doing Extra Life from a hospital. 17 grand. Great people over there. They're doing giveaways still, so I definitely recommend you go over and find them and donate to them. But Revision 3. Scott, you know Revision 3?
No.
Scott, Revision 3 is a huge deal. Come on. Killing me. Revision 3 brought in... Can't find it. They brought in 10,000? 10, 15,000 maybe? Maybe not. I can't even find it. Maybe they're under a funny name. I don't know. GameSpot brought in 20,000. Where is this? I know they were over 10.
Is there a grand total yet?
Yeah. Rebel FM, little podcast. Didn't think anybody listens to it. They got 11 grand.
Wow, I remember. I didn't realize Rebel FM still existed.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. I got off of it for a long time, but now I'm back, and yeah, they got over 11,000.
Yeah, that was one of those spun off a One Up podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah, but where? Revision 3 was.
I have to listen to them again.
They're actually pretty good. Where is Revision 3? Unless they blew up, and I can't find them. No, I don't know. Yeah, but I was like, this little podcast, Rebel FM. I mean, I would assume little. I mean, internet famous is always a thing. Always a thing. My wife's like, are they famous or are they internet famous? And I'm always like, I don't know. But like Rebel FM brought in 11,000. Revision 3 brought in like 10 or something thousand. But it's like That Sports Gamer Crew brought in 7,500. I was like, we're kind of a big deal, Scott. Pretty internet famous. But let me tell you the problem, Scott. Also, let me get you the answer to your question. The number as of right now is $3.8 million.
Nice.
But let me tell you about the assholes in the world, Scott. Some douchebag set of douchebags did a distributed denial of service attack on the site.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
So like it wasn't like they actually hacked the site. It was just like they flooded it with information and stuff. So so you couldn't get to the site. Yeah. So there was about 6 hours during Extra Life that people couldn't donate.
What?
It's like
there are no words.
It's like what? How? I don't understand how you can be that much of a douchebag. And supposedly it was something like the guy that made the most last year. Someone didn't like him because he's like a big YouTuber. So they were doing it to like spite him or something. It's like, yeah, this is charity for children. And
there are no words. That's all there is to it. There are no words.
Yeah. So what they're going to do is this weekend, November 19th, they're going to do another 5 hours for like a little makeup day.
Oh, okay.
So if anybody wants to kick in some more money. And I think on the 18th, I'm going to go down to my local, Jesus Christ, Scott, sorry. There's a little puke in my mouth.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
Let me mark that, take that out. Now I got the hiccups.
Derailed this recording quickly.
27 minutes in, Scott. Not bad. All right. Yeah, so next Monday, I guess, on the 18th, I'm going to go down to my children's hospital over here. And I think I'm going to bring them some Wii games. Apparently that's the console they play the most over there.
I can see that.
So I'm trying to see what I have. I know I have. I think I might give them my favorite Wii game, which is my Super Mario Strikers Charged.
Ooh, that nice.
I know it's such a good game. I was kind of like, I mean, it's for the kids, but it's also a really good game. So I don't know.
Actually, I just tried that out again the other day.
I know it's so good. I meant to bring it down for the stream, but yeah, I think I'm gonna give them that. I know I got some other stuff here, so I'm gonna bring that down. But if anybody else has anything that they want me to bring to the kids hospital, give them some stuff to play with, hit me up on Twitter at ThatSportsGamer, and we'll figure out a way to get it down there. Scott, let me tell you more about Extra Life. Yeah, so we did it. Can't believe it. Can't believe it happened. Can't believe I made it. I know Greg Seward didn't make it. I don't know what time he tapped out at, but he didn't make it all the way through. My buddy Adam at Codex Avalon, he almost didn't make it. It was like 2 o'clock it was like the second 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it was at 2 o'clock too.
Maybe like 2:30. He was like, dude, I'm tired. I was like, look, just hop on Skype. We'll do a Skype call. We'll make it through. And we did that. We had a 5.5 hour Skype call. We made it through. My wife was the best. She woke up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, what is she coming down here for? And he's like, oh, maybe she's going to make you breakfast. She came down and made me breakfast. I was like, should I really be eating when I'm going to fall asleep at approximately 8:15 in the morning? She said I got up to bed. She said I got up to bed, yelled at the dog because he was like jumping around, and pretty much was snoring by the end of my sentence.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I played a lot of Madden. I played a couple games of NHL because I reached out to this guy Scott Binns. He had a league game with me and he never responded. Played some Black Ops. I think actually Black Ops was the game that like brought me back. I played that around like one or two. The first two. And that, like, revitalized me. I started, like, talking trash to the kids in the stream and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, there you go. Just throw in some Call of Duty and start Call of Dutying it up.
I'm like, why are these 9-year-old jerks in here? And went to town, played some... Oh, you know what we finished up, mate? Me and Adam wrapped it up with some 2v2 seasons in FIFA, which was
nice.
pretty good.
You know what we forgot to do?
Play video games, Scott? Because you never, ever came online to play video games with me?
I know. I did. Actually, I was probably playing WWE 13 a good chunk of the time, to be honest.
I did actually get through the first 10 or so WrestleManias during that.
But you know, we forgot to play Jeopardy.
We forgot to play... Let me tell you what's really funny, Scott. You think with 25 hours, oh, we got all the time in the world. We can play all the games ever made. And then at some point you get to... Yeah, we didn't do a lot of stuff we were going to do. I was like, we should record a podcast during it. We should...
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Oh, you know what we did do, though, Scott? We did play a bunch of... what's the name of it? Full House... what's it? WSOP Full House Pro.
Poker.
Yeah, actually pretty good this year. I mean, this year. It took them like 3 years to make the game, but...
Yeah, no, it's out. It's good. Played it in a while. But...
When it came out, it was a little rough, but now it's good. I think we had 7 or 8 people in the Skype call playing it.
Nice.
And guess who won? Baller! But,
I won the big tournament last year, didn't I?
I think you did. I think we did 2 last year, right?
We did one where I think we actually had like 2 tables going because in Full House you could do that.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. But all for the kids, and that was great. Ready for next year already. They already put out the date, and they said it was going to be November 1st next year, which again would have been
Isn't that gonna be delayed?
which I like that as daylight savings time, because then you can be like, oh, donate $1 an hour, and $25 an hour $25 sounds a lot better than 24.
Yeah.
But I think they took a poll just because there's a lot of parents playing for kids that are with their kids on Halloween, so
Oh yeah.
their pro might be out late the night before. So I don't know if they announced when it's going to be, but I mean, I could probably find that out. But we're definitely going to go big next year. Definitely going for 10 grand. And if we do that, I literally might cry if we make it there. Oh, because I got the 1,000, I get a sweet what is it? A sweet gold medal, which I'm pretty excited for. Also, Scott.
That means your guy in WWE has to have a gold medal now.
Oh yeah. Oh, can I do that? Sweet.
I haven't looked. It's been there for a while. Usually for Kurt Angle, I assume it's there.
Also, Scott, if you want, just saying, if you wanted to go drop $20 on my thing, still open. You can still go donate.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
And you can choose the PlayStation Greatness giving level. And that's a $20 donation, and you'll receive, well, you won't receive much. You'll get Little Big Planet on the Vita, a month of PlayStation Plus, Wipeout HD on the PS3,
Which I already have.
When Vikings Attacks on the PS3, and the Extra Life theme. But I mean, hey, if you're going to donate $20, that's what you get. Just saying. And the whole donation goes to help the kids, Scott. Just think about that. But hey, February 2014, Extra Life 2014 website opens. So I expect you to be there next year, Scott. Will you be there, Scott? I want your answer now. Now.
I can't give it. I would have to look at a calendar, figure out. I cannot speak for what I'm going to be doing in the year.
November, you'll be there. Or else.
I will make every attempt to be.
All right. I'll appreciate that as a try. So, Scott, I guess we should talk about some more news now that we're approximately 30 minutes into this episode.
Yeah.
Hey, so NBA Live's coming out.
So it is actually coming out.
Word on the street is it's pretty much confirmed now. Rich Grisham had a great press row podcast with Ryan. So yeah, I recommend you go check that out.
No backing out now?
Yeah, no backing out now. Well, I hope, because they came like 2 weeks last time and then backed out.
Yeah, well, remember, NBA Elite was like shipped to retailers and ready to sell. So.
Yeah. Let me get this guy's real name. Nope, that's the last episode. Ryan Ferwerda. Yeah.
Pretty much had it right the first time, actually.
Ferwerda? Yeah, pretty close, actually. Yeah, Rich Grisham did a great interview with NBA Live 14 producer Ryan Ferwerda. Actually, it does sound like I'm just making it up when I say it, say it for real. But yeah, definitely recommend you go listen to that. Some of the cool stuff out of that is Ultimate Team's going to be there, which we already knew.
Yeah.
They're going to have... remember, like the MLB Live thing that was in MLB 13? Where you could like go back and play the certain days?
Yeah.
And play with your team. You're going to be able to do that in NBA Live 14. And supposedly...
They had that first in like the last NBA Live, didn't they?
Yeah, they had kind of like it. I don't know how much it was like this, because this one seems like pretty legit. Like, I think they almost said it was going to be like down to the right shoes.
Wow.
Which...
That's detail.
And they were saying, I'm pretty sure even they said the dude on the Knicks, Amon Shumpert, he had like a flat top, like kid and play kind of haircut. And now he shaved it off. And I'm pretty sure for like the beginning part, he will have it. Which is pretty ridiculous. So everything's going to be like exact to that point. So you can play like the full game like that. Or you can play, they're going to do like little highlight parts.
Oh, okay.
So if it's like, I think the one they brought up was like Derrick Rose hit a big 3 at the end of the game, even though he played like pretty terrible for the first half of it. And so you'll have a challenge where you'll go in, hit the big 3, and there's going to be like individual leaderboards and stuff for that.
How fast can you hit the big 3, or...
Yeah, or how low can you hit the clock? I don't know. Stuff like crazy stuff like that. I know there was stuff like if a team put up 23 3-pointers or made 23 pointers or something like that.
Oh, try and do that.
Right, try to do that or best it. Stuff like that. So.
Yeah. That reminds me really quick, because we forgot to talk about it before. Back to WWE 2K14 quickly. Did you play the streak mode at all?
Dude, Scott, I literally turned the game on, went to 30 years of WrestleMania, and was like, let's do it.
Well, that's in 30 years of WrestleMania, so I thought maybe.
No, I did not go that way. I did look at the pictures. But no, I have completed Hulkamania Runs Wild, the new generation, the Attitude Era, and I am just started Ruthless Aggression.
Okay. Then never mind, we'll come back to that later.
All right. But during Extra Life, actually, I played some NBA 2K14. Yeah, I don't like that game. Nothing against the game. I know.
Kind of where I'm at with it too. Like, you're a good game. I just don't like you.
Yeah, it's great.
It's not you. It's me.
Yeah, it's definitely the game. That game, give it a 8.5, maybe a 9. I can't do it. I don't know what my problem is.
You know what though? There's a lot of people that'll say that about the wrestling games too.
Yeah.
You can look at them and say they're great games, good games, whatever. But if you don't like the product to begin with, they're not gonna make you like the game.
Like I played my brother-in-law. At some point I was up 15, 20 points on him. Yep, I lost in double overtime. And it was like, I don't know what I could have done to not have lost. At some point, I was just like, no, I'm going to lose. I understand I have this huge lead right now, and I know I'm going to lose. It's not even a question. Then I played his wife, and she beat me too. Also, had another 15, 20 points on her, and I don't know what it is. I can't play that game.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I can't play it.
They pop threes like it's their job, and they make the majority of them. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I'm taking like 10-foot jumpers and just not making them.
And I'll be wide open. Yeah, you'll be wide open shots, and you just can't drop them. Like, I don't understand it. Meanwhile, they'll dribble through 3 guys and lay the ball up like nobody's business. But
yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not.
I'm gonna go back to playing NBA Jam.
Yeah, and it's definitely not me. I mean, it's definitely not the game, because I can tell. Just I've played video games. That's a good game. I can look at it and say it's a good game. I'm just not good at it. So that's kind of why I'm really excited for NBA Live 14, which is weird.
A basketball game you can actually play.
Yeah, because I used to like the live games. I always liked them. I even liked that the NBA 2K14 had the dribbling on the right stick, which that was cool. That worked most of the time. You know what it was? I kept backcourting for no reason. Like, I was like, I don't know. It's, you know, this year in Madden, when you throw a pass to the sidelines,
Yeah.
it seems like the wide receivers have no recognition that the sidelines there.
Right.
I felt like I had that a lot in NBA 2K14.
There was no
Like-
recognition that you can't dribble back past the half court line
Like-
once you've crossed it.
Like, put in a little animation, and he's like, oh, almost at the backcourt line, and then don't go over. Or if I'm dribbling down on the edge, stay in. Obviously, I don't want to go out of bounds.
Oh yeah, same thing with this with the edge of the court on basketball. There's no concept of that.
Yeah. Still, I'm not blaming any of this on the game, except maybe that sideline recognition thing, which I think is a problem in Madden as well. But I just can't play that. I don't know why. Just me, I guess.
Well, it's not just you, because I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. But what else?
There was a Madden update. How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Did that do anything, or was that just getting you ready for next gen Madden?
What the update now?
Yeah.
Well, the big thing as far as the Force League goes is that it fixed the accelerated clock in connected franchise.
That's good now.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. J's coming to NBA 2K14.
Cool.
Are we just gonna go down this list that you did not put in order,
What?
and just gonna randomize through it?
Yeah, let's randomly go through this list of things.
Oh, I had a hilarious tweet that nobody else found funny.
Oh yeah.
Some dude that's number 12 on the Magic now.
Yeah.
NBA 2K14's Twitter account sent him a picture of himself in the game, and I was like, that looks like a terrible version of Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Nobody
I can't
laughed.
believe I've gone this whole
Neither
show
did you.
without making. You mentioned number 12. I just realized I've gone this whole show without making any sort of mention of being like sad at the passing of Aaron Rodgers or anything like that.
He didn't really die, Scott. He just kind of got hurt.
Have you listened to the radio around here this week?
Little known fact: I live in New Jersey.
Yeah, I know.
The last thing we care about is Aaron Rodgers.
Just I was driving to work on Monday and I had the radio on for a few minutes and it was Tuesday. Technically it was Monday night game. But like, did Aaron Rodgers die? It's kind of what it feels like.
Well, hey, he's an important person
He is.
in your area.
That's why I'm amazed we've gone this far without making a joke about it.
I didn't feel bad making the Ryan Braun joke a second after the choice was out there. But hey.
Well, they're not making fun, just harassing me because, hey, your quarterback's hurt or whatever.
Yeah, Scott, it's been weird. I've been playing a lot of Madden on my stream, and people are like, hey, what team do you like? And I'm like, hey, football's stupid. Madden's cool. Football, on the other hand, is stupid. But, yeah, football's happening, though. I feel bad for Aaron Rodgers. How's Seneca Wallace doing? He's doing good?
Well, it was still a good game despite the fact he went out. Rodgers went out in the first drive. Let's give Wallace a week to like actually prepare for a team and see what happens.
He's got good news.
We'll see. Was Matt Flynn a great backup, or do we just have a good system?
Also, could be a possibility.
Yeah.
Scott, did you know that the Pro Evolution Soccer 2014 Data Pack 2 arrives in November?
What the hell is that?
Oh, Scott, I guess it's just like a patch.
Oh, okay. Fancy name for a patch. Okay.
What else? We restored online functionality that was great. And there's some other stuff. This seemed a lot more important when I put this link on here.
Right. Oh, hey, wait. Okay.
I think there were some new faces, which is pretty sweet.
Okay. Here's big news. This is something we should talk about. No more Tiger Woods golf games.
Yeah. Still golf games. No more Tiger Woods.
It's big news, but at the same time, haven't we not seen this writing on the wall for a number of years now?
Well, we have seen the writing on the wall because the writing has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller on every cover. And was it? I want to say it was non-existent 2 years ago, or was it just super small that I completely forgot on the legendary modes?
All right, the first year they got the Masters, like Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods wasn't even on the box; it was the yellow.
The yellow flag. But then even like the legendary modes, it was getting super small, right?
Let me take a look over here really quick. Hang on, I gotta put my headset down.
Oh, Scott, killing me. What else we got here? NBA, EA Sports announces first next-gen golf title.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I've got the Yeah. So I've got the Masters Historic Edition, and it like includes Tiger Woods PGA Tour 14.
Yeah.
Like, that's an add-on.
I even think I'm way far away. Oh no, this is the regular version. Yeah, the regular version had him this year, and it was big.
Okay.
But yeah,
If you look
the
at
legend.
side, it's about the same, but Masters is before Tiger Woods.
Yeah, the both historic editions in the last 2 years have shrunk his importance very much. And I think during that day that we got that news, a lot of people were speculating that he might still be in the game. But then I think not too long after, we heard that Tiger Woods wasn't even going to be in the game.
Yeah.
So.
Which, there's one exciting thing about this, is that, thank God, I'm sick of everyone playing as Tiger Woods online.
Right. I mean,
I'm sure that hatred will just transfer to someone else. But...
yeah. I hope. I'm really curious to see who they have take over the. I wonder if they're going to keep like one guy taking over the cover.
Or it'll start being like a cover athlete every year.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe,
you know what we forgot to
maybe
mention?
Partnership with the Masters, it starts becoming like the Masters champion.
Right. I mean, I could see that happening, or it could just be Bubba Watson or Rory McIlroy start taking over.
And then the other thing to ask is, does Tiger Woods go anywhere else? Because wasn't it rumored that 2K was doing a golf game?
Yeah, I think that ended up being like a race car game.
Wow, because those are similar.
No, because I think they registered the name like 2K Drive or something.
Oh, all right.
I think it was something.
People assume golf for some reason.
Yeah, I thought 2K golf game. I know they registered 2K Golf Links.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's possible. But, I don't know. I don't know if Tiger Woods is... I don't know if he's still good enough to be a cover athlete. Not saying that he's bad.
Right.
Like, he's still a good golfer. I just don't know if the Tiger Woods names is what really is selling those games.
I don't think it has, and I honestly think the games have really been downhill until they got the Masters in them, and then they seem kind of inspired to do good work again.
Mm. Did you see the pictures of the next gen work in progress pictures?
I did. They look pretty.
Looks pretty nice. I'm excited.
Golf is always one of those games that's gonna have. It's always gonna look nice because that's like one of the
That's
appeals of golf.
right. So.
Although I hope maybe the trees actually bend and they don't do like the current trick they have where if you look really close they're just tilting the trees.
Jesus. Yeah, Darren Rovell put out the tweet. To be clear, not only will Tiger not be on the cover and the game won't have his name, he won't be in the EA game at all. So, I don't know. I want to see Bubba Watson on the cover, but we'll see how they figure out how to do that.
I don't even know golf well enough to know who else should be in it.
I just know the people that are well enough to know that should be on the cover, I guess.
Probably.
So, well, you know Rory McIlroy. He was the one that shook hands with Shane McMahon.
Huh?
He shook hands with Shane McMahon after he lost that tournament that I can't remember. And it may have been like the Open Championship or something.
Okay, sure. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, man. Oh my God, there's a GIF on it. You need to watch it. Everybody was like, "Why the hell is Shane McMahon here?" But apparently they're like, no, they're like partners in some business venture thing.
Well, whatever Shane McMahon's been doing since he doesn't work with WWE anymore.
Yeah, he's not working there anymore.
No.
Is he not in the game?
No, he was in the game last year, but he otherwise doesn't work with WWE anymore.
So you're telling me he's not in the game this year?
Right.
So I have to manually put in, "Must be the money."
Yes.
Money, 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 money. Yes, I'm gonna put that in.
I don't think that song wasn't in the game last year either.
I feel like it was.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. NBA 14 is gonna have the D League. How's that?
Why do they call it the D League? It's like that sounds so many levels below the NBA.
Well, it's developmental.
Oh, all right, that makes sense then.
Yeah, but they got this whole first. Wow, we are really. This is definitely. Let me tell you about ADD, Scott. One time, I watched the NFL Red Zone, and about 20 minutes later, my wife's like, "Oh, this has been multiple games." That was awesome.
That's exactly what my girlfriend called that the first time she saw it, was ADD football.
Yeah.
Said it was perfect for me.
But yeah, I blame this on you not setting up this whole thing. But yeah, D League's gonna be an NBA Live 14. So I'm excited for that. Why not be the D League? They had the international teams in 2K14, so that's cool. Speaking of cover athletes, even though we kind of stopped speaking of cover athletes, Miguel Cabrera is the cover of MLB 14. Exciting.
Okay.
Canada, on the other hand, will get a vote this year.
But Canada gets. Hold on, didn't we complain last year that Canada didn't have a vote?
Yes, we did.
Wasn't that an episode title?
Yep. And
Canada gets to vote.
Canada gets to vote. They get to vote on their cover. Well, last year they had the vote on which jersey he was going to get. Remember, it was like the red, the blue, or the white.
Oh yeah.
So now they'll get to vote on a player. I think the players this year voted for Miguel Cabrera to be on the cover.
Oh, that's cool.
UFC is currently having a cover vote.
But isn't it like a shared cover though? Like they announced one guy is the cover guy, and then there's another vote for a second cover guy.
Scott, you're putting a lot of weight into me caring about the UFC game until it exists. More great news, Scott. Scott, if you're going to buy a FIFA game, I'm going to recommend you buy FIFA World Cup Brazil 2014. Which you're not going to buy, but if you were to buy a game, I would recommend you.
Is it going to be a separate game, or is it going to be an add-on?
All signs point to separate game. Full retail release. So, I bet that's awesome.
Then my next question is that worth $60?
Scott, I'm going to say yes because 2010 World Cup South Africa is the game that got me back into FIFA.
Same here, actually.
So, if FIFA World Cup Brazil 2014, and put any of those words in any order you prefer, can get you into it, like hardcore into it, like, what about, who needs this NHL garbage? Play FIFA. Then I'll be excited.
See, here's the thing. Will the World Cup game have all the things that FIFA has now?
Yeah.
Like, no, hang on. I'm talking about things that maybe... Because I remember the World Cup game, the 2010 World Cup game, it was a good game, but there wasn't a lot there. Like, you could play the World Cup, you could play online.
Mm-hmm. They had Captain Your Country. They had the single-player mode and everything.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Captain Your Country. But other than that, what about all the things that FIFA has added since then? What about, online clubs or any of that stuff?
I mean, it might.
I mean, not Ultimate Team, obviously, but...
I mean, imagine. Oh, if they had an international Ultimate Team game. How sick would that be? Let's get serious. That'd be amazing.
I think what I like about the World Cup game is that it's always... That's about as much soccer as I care to understand.
Yeah.
And that's why
I can understand.
Cup games.
That's how I find out who my national team is and who the players I'm going to like for the next couple of years are going to be. Hence why I still follow all the Dutch people from 2010 World Cup. Hall and Nash just won a match against the Brothers of Destruction.
And by Hall and Nash, you mean Razor and Diesel.
Yes, and also before The Rock won a 20-man battle royal. What else we got here, Scott? Anything else tickling your fancy?
Nah, not particularly.
Hmm.
No baseball for Xbox One.
No, say it ain't so.
Hey, we didn't all see that coming.
Hey, look, Scott, let's not get crazy. I did the research today. January 9th was the day that MLB 2K13 was announced.
Yeah, but we all knew it was going to be updated roster.
I don't know if we all knew it was going to exist, though.
No, we didn't all know it was going to exist, but the minute we heard it was going to exist, we all knew it was going to be 2K12 with updated rosters.
Yeah, true. Also, Data Pack 2 for PES 2014 adds new kits, 800 player faces, and more.
That's a lot of faces.
That's a lot of faces, Scott. Oh, also, PS4 launch will have the NBA Live 14 demo. I need to see the real details of this Target buy two get one free deal.
What?
They're gonna have for PS4 release. They're gonna have buy two get one free PS4 games. So I think I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might end up de facto getting Madden, even though I wasn't planning on it. Because the stupid problem is NBA Live comes out the week after.
So it doesn't count?
Yeah, there was like 7 games on the list.
Okay.
So I might just get FIFA, Madden, and Battlefield 4.
Problems I don't have to deal with. Isn't it great?
Don't you wish you did? But Scott, you know what you can do? You can go pick up a copy of NCAA Football 14, and you can pick up uniform packs 5 and 6.
Which still didn't put in Wisconsin's red helmets. I read that one because I wanted to know if they put in Wisconsin's red helmets, and they didn't.
Nope. Oh, Scott, did you see the someone's rocking Wounded Warrior uniforms this week, maybe, and they're atrocious. They are god awful.
That's kind of how I feel about most extra college uniforms these days.
But South Carolina Wounded Warrior jerseys are still the best. I don't know, Scott. I think that's going to have to wrap it up.
Yeah.
We're almost an hour in. And yeah.
It's a hard time to cover sports games.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, but it is a lot of little stuff.
Yeah.
Scott, good news. Good news. If you're getting the old Xbox One, Connect Sports Rivals free trial launches on November 22nd.
Cool.
Are you excited?
Not at all.
All right. I think, is this for Xbox One or is this for Xbox as well? I don't know. When it doesn't say it that quick in the thing, that means I really don't care. I would never play a Connect game. Like my office, there's no reason to get an Xbox One based on my office.
Any part of my apartment, I do not have room for Connect.
Not only do I not have room for Connect in my office, I also don't have a cable line. So I have no cable to plug into it, or a cable box to plug into it. Though in theory, I could probably put a cable box in here, but that would probably be like $8 more a month, and then my wife would get mad. Unless I got the DVR, which would be so sick, but then I would never see my wife, and I would feel terrible about that after she made me breakfast after Extra Life. And she said Red Zone was like 80. NBA 2K14. Let me tell you about NBA 2K14, Scott. I was really excited to buy this for PlayStation 4. It looks real. Based on those videos they made, which make everything look real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just can't play it. They're going to have exclusive stuff for PS4 as well. Okay.
So when does the PS4 come out? Because that's how much I'm not paying attention. I know it's soon.
Oh, Scott Bands. PS4 launches November 15th. It's a Friday.
Okay.
So on the 16th, assuming everything goes well, I'm going to do 14 hours of FIFA 14.
All right.
I don't know if Twitch is going to be the Twitch streaming. I believe Twitch streaming will be working that day on the system. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming in with that first patch, like Netflix. Stuff. There's a lot of stuff coming in the first patch. I think I'm lying. Netflix is going to be one of the things on the store the first day. But yeah, I'm going to try streaming from the system. And if that works, first off, if Twitch is still up, which I have my questions about, I will try my best to stream from the console. But I have the feeling it's just going to end up being better to just stream from my capture card. So, twitch.tv/ThatSportsGamer for way too much FIFA 14.
For way too much PS4.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so excited. Oh, Scott, bonus, guess what? Did you know that right now you can go to a GameStop and pick up a FIFA controller? PS4 controller?
I did not.
If you need a PlayStation 3 controller and your game falls into the list of games supported by the PS4 controller, and you don't mind having a wired controller and don't really need the PlayStation button, this controller is pretty legit.
Wait, so the PS4 controller will work on PS3?
That is correct.
Whoa.
It's really good too.
But it's gotta be corded.
You gotta be wired. It's the only major drawback.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like a really good feel. The sticks are a little more spaced out, so there's more like your thumbs aren't gonna hit together. People have complained about that. I never really had that problem.
I don't either.
But yeah, it's a really nice controller. The touchpad's cool. I mean, you can't do anything with it.
I gotta get out to stores and start checking these things out. I gotta imagine they're there by now.
Yeah. Yeah, there should be a PS4 kiosk in your local Best Buy retailer.
Yeah, I'm going home next weekend, so I'll take a look at that.
I'm going home. I don't know how that song goes, but I know it starts like that. Wasn't the WrestleMania theme song last year or something?
It was.
Yes. Scott. What is the strategic partnership that NBA 2K14 has with PS4?
I don't
know. I mean, the story is like NBA 2K14 will have exclusive content. That's the reveal. It's like that's not telling me anything.
That's the story. Yeah, it's going to have exclusive content. We don't know what it is, but it's going to happen.
It'll be there. Damn right, it'll be there. And it'll probably cost you $20, but it'll be there. But I definitely want to try out the. I mean, you know what? Maybe we'll just do 14 hours of PS4. What are your thoughts? Because then I can play the NBA Live demo. I can play some Battlefield.
Yeah.
I might. I was gonna get. Can we? Okay. sports talk's over. All right.
Okay.
I was gonna get Ghosts, the Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get it. Not that I have not just because I have heard like bad things about it. I don't think I like that developer anymore. Because you know how Ghosts, you know how Call of Duty has like multiple developers.
Yeah.
So like right now they have Treyarch, which has done Black Ops, Black Ops 2, and Infinity Ward, which is Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3, and they are also doing Ghosts. And I just don't think I like those games anymore. I don't think I like the Infinity Ward Call of Duty games. So I think I'm going to check out this Battlefield thing, see what that's all about.
I'm gonna go play Halo 3 because that was free this month, so there's a lot of people playing it again.
But yeah, Black Ops 2. I'm still a beast, I found out. My first game back to it, I played a free-for-all, which is like every man for himself.
Right.
One, called in the dogs, because I went on like a 12-kill streak.
What does that mean? Is it like something you can do? Is that just...
Yeah, one of the perks is if you get like your score streak up high enough and you have it set, you can literally call in a pack of dogs. So I did that, and that's how I won. The 30th kill was a guy with a dog. It's pretty awesome.
Okay.
But yeah. And apparently, according to Pete Dodd's podcast, there's rumors that there will be a third developer working on Black Ops. Or not Black Ops, on Call of Duty. So it'll be every 3 years. 3-year development cycles. Which is pretty awesome. I would kind of wish... It would be awesome if EA Sports started doing that. Like... The problem that Call of Duty has is the Infinity Ward stuff carries over from Infinity Ward game to Infinity Ward game.
Yeah.
And the Treyarch stuff carries over from Treyarch game to Treyarch game. And there's like a little bit of crossover,
But not a lot.
but not a ton. Like they had like the pick 10 system, which was like your gun attachments and stuff you carry, you can literally pick 10.
Okay.
But that's not, it wasn't in modern. I don't believe it was in Modern Warfare 3, and it's definitely not in Ghosts. But it might be back in the next one that Treyarch makes. So if they could figure out a way to... I mean, you don't want to have like the team that makes Madden and then the team that makes that every odd even year Madden. That is just like an incremental upgrade.
Yeah.
If you could figure out a way to get two teams working to just like push it forward every year and not just be like Madden 25 is amazing. Madden, well, I mean, first, can we get back to regular numbers? So it's not going to be like Madden 15 is amazing. Madden 16 is going to be a roster update. Madden 17 is amazing. Like, if you can figure out a way to have it not just be roster updates those odd numbered years, that would be awesome. Because that's kind of cool about Call of Duty. If you like changing it up every year, it's going to be different every year for you. I mean, it's still your shooting guys, but there's going to be nuances that are going to be different because of the developers. Yeah. And now Call of Duty is going to have a third developer, so teams are going to have 3 years to work on their games. So those games are going to come out, and they're going to be pretty high quality every year. But
I don't know, with Call of Duty games, I guess with sports games it almost makes more sense, but you know, on a bigger scale, the point I'm at with games right now, so I just bought WWE 2K14. I got nothing else I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. Well, you said you're not even looking forward to baseball, right?
No, not even. I think I'm gonna be sort of pessimistic.
Pessimistic?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say it was something like the opposite of cautiously optimistic. Cautiously pessimistic.
Cautiously pessimistic. Yeah, that works.
There we go. We'll go with that.
You know how long it took me to figure out the word contemporary today? I don't even want to discuss it. I was so angry.
But with MLB 14, but you know that's the only maybe. You know, I don't need Madden 15, 14, whatever they're gonna call it next year. I don't need that. You know, I don't think we need to move on in NHL anymore. With everyone now who's going to be working on the next-gen systems, I'm not getting until I can get a next-gen system, whenever that is, and it's probably going to be quite some time. I don't care.
So you're saying, like, even right now, NHL 15 on Xbox 360, you don't care?
Nope, don't care.
So good. Well, if you think about it, Scott, between baseball, wrestling, Tiger Woods, Madden.
Yeah.
That's 60, 80. That's 60, 120, 180, 2 something. You're halfway to a new console right there. That's 4 games.
The problem is then I can't play any of those games.
Right, but you weren't going to play them anyway.
No, I will. Like, here's the thing. I'll start playing the show again when baseball season comes around.
Yeah, and you know what? I assume the Operation Sports people are still even updating those rosters.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's the other thing. They all have. I mean, Madden and MLB have roster shares, so I can get updated rosters next season. NHL, I don't care enough about the rosters to care.
Until they turn off the servers.
Well, yeah, but you know.
Which reminds me, I think in December the MLB 12 servers go off.
Oh, okay.
So if anybody's out there still playing MLB 12, they should check that.
But well, I mean, that wasn't a very good game online anyway, so.
No, but I mean just for the rosters and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I doubt the roster share will stay up. So.
Yeah.
I don't know, Scott. I feel like that's a podcast.
Yeah, me too. So I guess my 3DS is like the only hope for new games right now.
Help me, Obi-Wan, your only hope. Any good games coming out for 3DS that I should know about?
Link Between Worlds.
Ooh, I don't know what that is. That's the sequel to the Time game.
It's
The Game with Time.
No.
Link to the Past. Yeah, Game with the Time.
Super Nintendo one.
Pretty sure it's Game with the Time, Scott. I don't know about that, Scott. Oh Jesus, I don't know, something messed up in here. But hey, guess what? If you want to send us any questions, you can hit us Scott. Oh my God, if you were in the stream at any time after approximately the first 1 a.m.
You heard a lot of that.
If you watched the video and saw me catch a thought, and the first 3 words came out, it was gibberish after that. I was like, blah, blah. Hold on, stop, rethink. But yeah. So, if you have any questions, you can hit us up on Twitter at ThatSportsGamer is me, Scott Binns.
At Darth Outfield.
And if you like things, you can go on Facebook and like That Sports Gamer, facebook.com/ThatSportsGamer.
They really like it.
If you want to watch me hit a hilarious home run with David Ortiz, where I say, look, I'm just going to put down the control, you can go to youtube.com/ThatSportsGamer and see that. I don't understand why people pitch to David Ortiz. He's a monster. I don't even know if we talked about this. Congratulations, Red Sox.
Oh yeah, that happened.
That happened because Scott's a super busy guy. Can't hang out anymore.
Is it sad if I wasn't even entirely sure who won the World Series until just now?
I know you were very happy because you don't like the Cardinals. Unless your name's...
What happens when I don't work in TV anymore?
I know. Also, you can comment below this post on thatsportsgamer.com or send us an email to feedback@thatsportsgamer.com, which I'm pretty sure forwards to my regular email. But if it doesn't, maybe next week we're going to have a lot of emails to read, Scott. Also, you can listen to the show on Stitcher Radio or iTunes. Both links you can find on thatsportsgamer.com. On the right, there's a little spot that says subscribe to That Sports Gamer Show. What else? I already told you about YouTube, twitch.tv/ThatSportsGamer, which I already told you about. So yeah, when we record this show live, I've been streaming it out over Twitch, and today we ran some WWE matches in the background. So, I'll give you something to watch while you're there. What else? I don't have to plug Extra Life anymore, but hey, if you want to, you can still go to thatsportsgamer.com/extralife and find out more information over there. Scott Binns.
I got nothing. I'm done.
I have 2 words. Okay. Holy Grail!